Assembly have approved the nomination of Major Retired Talib Mbarak for appointment as Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Members were unanimous that Mbarak should spread the anti-graft award to counties, as well as vetting the Secretariat and weed out compromised staff. ATN's Patrick Amimo reports from Parliament.
The findings of the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs.
Chairperson of the National Assembly Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs tabled the report on the vetting of Talib Mbarak for appointment as the Chief Executive Officer of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC. The committee observed that the committee did not receive any memorandum from the public opposed to Mbarak's nomination.
He has a clear understanding of the functions of the commission. He also understood the challenges that faces the commission in fighting corruption.
Talib is a former military intelligence officer and also worked at the National Security Intelligence Service. He is currently working as a security and integrity manager at the Kenya Electricity Generating Company, KenGen.
Sure, people will praise Mbarak Talib, but be very careful. Be very careful, because the Hansard is a living record. Because barely 2-3 months later, you might have a different version on the floor of the House.
Members were clear on what they want Talib to do as the EACC boss.
We don't see as many county officials being taken to court as it should be. And Mr. Speaker, this is purely because a lot of officers who are given the responsibility to go and investigate corruption in the counties get involved and entangled in corruption. They get bribed.
He has got to carry out urgently but fairly a thorough audit of staff based on performance and integrity.
The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations have new bosses. Members want Talib to work closely with other investigative agencies to neutralize the laws of graft.
Honorable Mbarak must clean EACC. The DPP must clean the office of the DPP.
I hope he has the courage, because this is one institution, Mr. Speaker, that we have even looked outside for divine intervention. We have even put an archbishop in it.
If we don't set up regulations that will govern how assets recovered will be utilized, then we are setting the foundation for another very big scandal. Money is recovered will go to the treasury, and they are not budgeted for, and will just disappear there.
We want the new CEO to deal with cartels that have held EACC captive for a long time.
The EACC will now gazette Talib's appointment before he is sworn in by the Chief Justice to start calling shots at Integrity Center. He will succeed Halake Wako, whose term in office ends on 10th January 2019. Patrick Amimo, KTN News.
The Big Q, in association with Crystal Rivers.
Live the buzz at Crystal Rivers.
For inquiries, call any of our dedicated numbers today.
So there is a new sheriff in town. The National Assembly has approved Talib Mbarak, Major Retired, as for his appointment as CEO of the EACC. On our big question discussion, we are seeking your views on that. Do you think Talib Mbarak is the right man to slay the graft dragon as boss of this EACC? Keep texting and tweeting us. Ben_Kitili is my handle on Twitter, at KTN Kenya. The hashtag on Twitter is KTN Prime. We shall be sampling some of your views during this live broadcast.
Live the buzz at Crystal Rivers.
For inquiries, call any of our dedicated numbers today.
So just who is Talib Mbarak and how did he get here? KTN political reporter Moremi Mwangi gives a fact file of the military man who now takes over the helm of the anti-graft body from outgoing CEO Alahe Wako.
From 71 applicants to the 14 nominees that finally made it to the list of the shortlisted interviewees, the Integrity Center-based anti-graft agency EACC certainly had a variety from those seeking to replace outgoing Chief Executive Officer Halake Wako, including his deputy Michael Mubea.
I, Talib Mbarak.
But the retired Archbishop Eliud Wabukala chaired commission had its eyes on former military intelligence officer Talib Mbarak.
I am of security background. I will not go and unleash my team to go and arrest traffic officers just because they are taking 50 bob or 100 bob. I will work with the top police command and ask them, do we need 10 roadblocks between Kikuyu and Naivasha?
But just who is Talib? Age 53, the Kilifi-Bonds curriculum vitae is replete with remarkably admirable qualifications. It all began at Kamuzu Military College in Malawi in 1984, where Talib enrolled as an army cadet. A year later, Talib joined the Kenya Rifles as a platoon commander. He would later join the National Security Intelligence Service as the head of research and analysis in 1990, before ascending to the post of personal assistant to the director of military intelligence between 1993 and 1996. He also served as the head of the NIS Academy Research and Development. He left the NIS in 2006 and joined the defunct Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission as a principal officer in the Undercover Intelligence Unit, where he served until 2010. Before his nomination to head the EACC, Talib served as the Security and Intelligence Manager at the Kenya Electricity Generating Company, KenGen. Talib joins other former spies in President Uhuru Kenyatta's criminal justice system, including Director of Public Prosecution Nurdin Haji, who was plucked from the NIS where he served as Deputy Director, and his criminal investigations counterpart George Kinoti. These two have in recent days become the face of President Kenyatta's renewed counter-graft war. Talib, however, has a lot of work to do, rejuvenating the commission, which has in recent days notoriously earned skepticism as the weak link in the counter-graft chain. Mrebi Mwangi, KTN News.